today we're here for another Bay's review. This day we are looking at Marcus Bayou Birding Trail. Come along and check it out with us. And if your dog likes to potty on your walks, I'd give them ample time before you actually get on the boardwalk so they can do their business before you get on the boardwalk and then have to carry it the whole time. Know what I mean? So once you park, you'll have a little bit of a walk through some gravel area before you get to the actual boardwalk. Once you get to the boardwalk, you can go straight, which is what takes you down to the very end of the boardwalk. This trail is a there and back. There is no loop or any way to come back other than just turning around. You can take a little bit of a left right at the beginning of the boardwalk, and that just takes you to a little viewing area. But for the actual boardwalk, you're gonna go straight and go all the way down. All right, so a couple things to note about the park or the boardwalk is it's definitely built on a wetlands, so it's got tons of mosquitoes. So make sure you're bringing bug spray for yourself and for your pup. And make sure that your dog is on some sort of heartworm preventative because you don't want a mosquito bite to turn into a bigger issue than it has to be. So keep that in mind. Another thing is this probably would not be my first recommendation for a reactive dog due to the boardwalk with the rails the whole way. You really don't have a whole lot of area to escape if you run into another person or dog. They do have some seating areas off to the side every 100-ish yards or so. So you can kind of escape a little bit if you're in the right spot, but you might not be able to. Other caveat to that though is when I'm working with Bailey on like loose leash walking, say that 3 times fast, it's kind of nice because the rails kind of help guide her to stay next to me. And we can work on our heel a little bit better without her being too distracted with sniffs and smells. So it's kind of a new environment that we can practice in, but she's not distracted too terribly by the sniffs and smells. So that's something too. I would say it's a fairly shaded walk, which is really nice, especially in these hot summer months. And because it's the boardwalk, it's not as hot as concrete or asphalt. So while you still want to pay attention to that during the summer months, it's not as bad on their paws. So I kind of like it for that too, especially if you're going later in the day or early in the morning for a walk. It doesn't get as hot as fast. You do want to probably check for splinters or something like that. But it's a pretty nice boardwalk, so we haven't had any issues with that yet. It is about 3 miles, a little over 3 miles to the end of the boardwalk and back. The very first time I came here, I did not know that, and I thought it was a 3-mile loop. So I kept walking and walking and walking. I was like, where are we ever gonna get to the end of this thing? And it was starting to get dark too. So the gate does say that it closes, the gate locks at 5 o'clock. I have not found that to be the case. I don't come here every day, but I come here often enough that I've never had that issue. Right now, part of the boardwalk is closed off for renovation, so you actually can't go the whole way. So we're not gonna go the whole way today. But from what you've seen, that's pretty much what it looks like all the way down. So not a whole lot other than pretty trees, birds, wildlife that you can see. Again, being wetlands, I've seen snakes on the boardwalk before too. Nothing super poisonous, but there is water around, so keep that in mind. There could be a poisonous snake, a water moccasin, or something like that. But yeah, we'll enjoy it. It's not someplace that we visit all the time, but when I want a walk that is easy and a little bit cooler and in the heart of town instead of driving further out into the distance to the Milton areas or larger parks like that, it's a great little option. So I hope you guys check it out and enjoy it too. So according to my phone, it is 6:10 p.m. and the gate was not closed when we went to leave. So I think this sign's a little bit outdated. Their website says it stays open dusk till dawn, so probably around 7 o'clock. Maybe you get a little worried, but 6 o'clock, it's still good.